Hello, salutations and stuff. Are you tired yet of Gunne Saxoween? Good. Because we're on to Gunne Saxmas! It's called Gunne Saxmas, but in reality it's just any winter holiday that people celebrate is fine. Just we need a central hashtag and this is catchy. So, I myself am making a Yule dress, so I guess I'm gonna sub hashtag, is that a word? Can you sub hashtag something? Ah, what the hell. Sub hashtag it. I'm sub hashtagging it Yule Saxmas. Got my fabrics. I've got not a clue what it's gonna look like yet. But that doesn't matter. We'll get there. Ah, lapsang souchon. I feel I'm not usually this to the point, and now I'm at a loss because I feel like I should say more, because only a short amount of time has passed and I've basically said everything I wanted to say. This is a novel experience for me. Guess I better get to work. So I thought I would put my fabrics on the floor in a sort of vaguely woman-shaped way. Or a vaguely dress-shaped way, I should say. But my husband opened the door, not knowing that my dress was here, and sort of warped it, and now it looks like she has fallen down rather dramatically. Still, I think the colors do work. Maybe she fainted because she saw this tiny dragon. Thought it was a mouse.
So, what do we do to get at least a vague idea of what direction we want to go in with this dress? That's right, we sketch.
Well, this is as good a start of point as any. I don't think I've landed on the final design yet, but gotta start somewhere. The overall silhouette is Gunne Sax-like, I think, but it's not an exact copy of any Gunne Sax dress I've seen online so far. I mean, they usually have some detailing here at the front center. Sleeves are very much Gunne Sax. The added ruffle at the bottom is pretty much Gunne Sax. You know, add some trim and also some Yule-like details. So, I don't know. I kind of like how this works. I like the red here, the green here. It sort of it evokes that very folksy, Yule-y feeling. That's quite to my liking. But like I said, this is a first sketch. It's a jump-off point, so I don't think that this is going to be the end result. So let's continue on and think of Gunne Saxy details.
I wasn't very happy with the fit of the bodice after draping it on my mannequin. Her boobs are way perkier than mine, so I realized I needed to pad her out a bit or this was not going to work. It's far from perfect, but it worked well enough, so I'm not complaining.
It's a little awkward, but I am trying to simulate how the dress would look like if I follow the plan of having this as a front panel and then have a panel with the lace covering it and then more of the green panel, and then the side panels, I mean the green skirt I should say, and then the side panels with white sleeves, just sort of to get a bit of an idea how that would work. Not sure if I should maybe get something else to back this, but on the other hand it might break the dress up too much, make it too complicated, because there's already a lot going on here with this, and then there's going to be trim all along the edge here. So that might be overdoing it, but let me check. Okay, this is just to get a vague idea, but I do like it though. I think I might like it better than the other option, and I'm sure I have some white lying around somewhere that I could use. Yeah, I might go for this. I'm gonna have to think about it a little bit more though. Okay, I've rearranged everything again. I was stash diving and then I found this, which I thought would work very nice, and I have a little bit left that will just be enough, I think, so definitely keeping that. This I became less sure of with the white background, so I think I might go for green panel behind the lace after all, just so that it doesn't break up the dress too much. But yeah, this is really starting to come together. I like it. And imagine my delight when I found this in my stash. Green velvet ribbon, and lots of it. Lots of it. Probably one of those occasions where I thought this might come in handy later, just give me whatever is left on the roll. Thank you, past self. Been reduced to filming in the hallway because that's where it's relatively silent and has the best lighting actually. So I've sewn on the sleeves. I have yet to finish the cuffs, but I'm gonna pin the skirt in place now. Yeah. Oh, I'm being a bit of a dummy. I need to pin the bodice shut first before I start pinning stuff to it. forgot to cut the back panel in two for the zipper. Be right back. Yes, Mama! I have my tea. Just dropped my son off at school. When the youngest is ready to leave the warm bed, I'm taking her to Grandma. And this is my girl. My girl Yule. Shout out to the actual Yule. Hi Yule. And these are the sleeves. In a surprising turn of events, I have not procrastinated and put them on, except that I haven't done the cuff yet, because I am undecided on how to do that. I think I might use the very last bits of this fabric that I have left. One, because it feels so incredibly good to use up virtually every piece of fabric, and stop doing that. Anywho, I have yet to put on a ruffle. Thinking of just using my mock-up fabric because it's not entirely, it's sort of stained, but the ruffle's all the way at the bottom. No one's gonna notice. It's just gonna look a little bit off-white. And last but not least, I need a closure. And I'm going for the classic Gunne Sax closure, aka a zipper. Now I need a red zipper, a red invisible zipper, and I don't have that in my stash, so I'm definitely going to the fabric store today after dropping off my little one at Le Grandma. And I will probably also pick up a tiny little ribbon. When I say tiny little, I mean like not wide. It actually needs to be pretty long. And then I think she is done. Maybe there's a couple of details that I've left unfinished. I mean, I actually, as far as finishing goes, I have been meticulous in finishing every. There's very few unfinished edges. There is the sleeves, and there's the pockets. Oh yeah, and the seams. Oh, actually, maybe there is more unfinished edges than I thought. But I mean, look at this. I've been very neat, and I have finished up. I mean, this is not very Christmassy, but or Yulesy, but this is what I have left. And as I said, I am crazy about using up things. I both hate having lots of tiny little odds and ends lying about and love it because when I get to use those odds and ends, I am so very, very satisfied. Anyway, still need to finish this. Probably gonna do the same thing to the pockets as I did with my previous Gunne Sax dress and use the decorative stitching on my machine. Maybe it even has a Christmas decorative stitching. We'll find out. Oh, glorious padding. So, it was going entirely too well. See this bit? I freehanded this and I didn't check to see if it was actually the same size at both ends. It isn't. So when I wanted to put in the zipper, I found out that these two edges are not matching up at all. So this one's shorter than this one. That's gonna bug me for all eternity, so I must fix it. I have unpicked one side. And I am just going to do something very, very simple and quick. And just stitch it a little bit closer to the edge. It's not ideal, but I'm pressed for time, so it will have to do. It's actually a little bit worse than I thought. It immediately goes off the rails hereabouts and then continues all the way to here. So I think I'm just gonna rip off the bias binding, rip the seam, and do it properly. Shouldn't take all that much extra time, provided the ripping off doesn't take ages, and I'm hoping it will not. As I was basting this new line into the fabric, I realized I had done a classic Gwen move and not actually removed the trimming before I started basting. So I have now sewn the trim into the seam. I guess my brain had just sort of assumed that it had just fallen off all on its own after I've removed the stitching, but now we know this is not the case.